No, I can't handle 14 seconds to piss me off again.
Yo, what up, cowboy? Happy 420, dog. I just saw the weirdest thing ever. Like, well, not the weirdest thing ever, but the weirdest thing I've seen so far this morning. And I've been up since like 4 o'clock. So I didn't know. I mean, it was. I'm trying to say this in a way that's not offensive. It was white peopling. You know, that's that's the best way I can describe it. Cause sometimes, yo, black people be doing black people shit, dog, and ain't no other way to describe that shit. But that's just like some real blackish shit right there, bro. You look at a motherfucker, you be like, sometimes I look at black people, I be like, that's too black for me. And there's like cultures. I like cultures because cultures are different, and that's why we even have a word to describe our differences. And sometimes they're funny. And I just seen some white people doing some real white people shit. That shit was hilarious. Hello. Hey. No, no, but I am on YouTube right now. Man, I don't got you on speaker or nothing. I can say, please get there safe and get some sleep. I said, no, I can say I've been up for a minute. I'm just about to do a long ass 420 stream today, I guess. I need to check the weather. I do have to run out and pay a couple bills and try to hit the grocery store, but other than that, I ain't got I ain't got shit else planned. If I can get that done, I'm good for the day. Yeah, yeah, I don't blame you. Alright. Alright, I'll talk to you later. Bye.
Noticias Universal Notices. Tengo que pagar impuestos. I have to pay money. ¿Qué es el abuso doméstico? Do you see domestic abuse? A cup of fire water for you? Hmm. I'm gonna have to read that later, or try to read it rather.
engines failed at low altitude. Why is President Biden saying he was shot down? There's no evidence of that. And why is he saying that his uncle was eaten by cannibals? That's a bad way to go.
He lost his life. It's not, look, I'm not, we should not make jokes about this. Wait.
President Biden said that his uncle was eaten by cannibals.
I mean, your last line is for a laugh. It's for a funny statement. And he takes this very seriously. His uncle, who served and protected this country, lost his life serving. And that should matter. You have a president that lifts up our U.S. troops, our American veterans, every day, who thinks about them, who actually thinks they're all heroes, and they are. And you have a former president who disrespects that, who doesn't honor that. Said it as president, suckers or losers. That's what he said.
I agree. Second Lieutenant Ambrose J. Finnegan was a war hero, but the Pentagon says, for unknown reasons, the plane was forced to ditch in the ocean. Both engines failed at low altitude. Why is President Biden saying he was shot down? There's no evidence of that. And
listen, that's my friend. That's my friend. Hey. Listen, that's my friend. That's my friend. Hey.
Не знаю, это что его красное. Молодец. Умничка.
Inside this bag is Indian food from a restaurant here now.
You like that? Stepping in releases if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that.
These talking out of their neck, put no coughing out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for that. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say just a lot of goofies with a check. I mean,
You like that? Stepping in releases if you like that. Pop another bottle if you like that.
these talking out of their neck, put no coughing out of your mouth. I'm way too paranoid for that. Hey, let's get it, bro. DOT, the money, power, respect. The last one is better. Say just a lot of goofies with a check. I mean,
You like that?
Yo, that was crazy.
Stepping in releases if you
Why are you drinking Pedialyte, bro?
I need it.
Use both your eyes. Why? Use both your eyes. Why are you drinking Pedialyte, bro?
I need it.
Use both your eyes. Why are you drinking Pedialyte?
Why can't he do that?
Use both your eyes.
Why can he do that?
Can you hear me? The whole entire area was filled with migrants back here, and as soon as we started filming, they're now moving them all inside because.
Why are you drinking Pedialyte, bro?
Can you hear me?
How much you up to date?
Look who's in front of me here. She doesn't notice me. Bitch! Look who's in front of me here. She doesn't notice me. Bitch!
This is everything that
Look who's in front of me here.
We apologize. Nobody's gonna bother the dogs no more. All you gotta do is go back inside and we'll be okay.
I'm down the street.
Okay, then go down the street. You're right here.
Yeah, I am,
Okay,
because
go that way.
it's disturbed down there.
We're gonna be quiet, Miss Ma'am. We apologize. You can go that way.
Sorry, I'm a white bitch.
Bro, we're apologizing. Color don't matter. My mama white as hell.
Hey, my mom white
My
too.
mama's whiter than the motherfucking rice, bro. You can go back that way, and we're not gonna raise
I
no
can
more.
go back that way.
We're not gonna
But
raise
you
it no
can
more.
promise me that.
On my soul, what you want, a pinky promise? You're corny. We're not gonna
A
raise
little
it.
bit. I do kind of want to
that way. We're done.
I'll be back.
All right, well, I don't care. We apologize.
Yeah, I'm fine.
People are weird as shit.
One drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
Thank you so much.
That's
Wow. You said one drunk man is more intelligent than 3 women with PhDs.
I've been forever Robert.
Grandma at it again.
There, guys, look. People love our food queuing up to start. Why are we so busy today? People like our donut. Donut box, Nottingham. There, guys, look. People love our food queuing up to start. Why are we so busy today? People like our donut. Donut box, Nottingham.
What the fuck?
Good morning, Dubai! Good morning! خير دبي! طبعا الكل
Yo, their subways are flooded.
Пошло. Хорошо, нормально.
Yo, this shit is crazy.
Нормально. Look, man, they my side too, everything. These roads of flames are catching us.
Excuse me, folks. Do you have a daughter named Peppa?
Yes.
You're gonna.
Oh, it's called high probability setup.
I finally figured out how to make a track and Logic do like that error.
you okay?
I almost lost you today, didn't I?
Yo.
I heard Spanish 1 and Spanish 2. So this is a word that I do remember from it. This is a word that I remember from Spanish. And this what it is. Oh, delicioso.
Gee, bro, got the chicken shop before.
Yes.
You drunk like chicken. You drunk like phone, no, not. Gee, bro, got the chicken shop before.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Drunk like chicken.
Sorry, still mad?
Yo, that nigga.
I'm not going to girls' cribs no more because y'all parents be wild disrespectful for no reason. I remember one time I had some girl crib, I overheard mom say, make sure you don't sit on the cups because I think you got bed bugs. Bitch, what you talking about? You bug, you trying to say I'm dirty? You fuck out of here. Yo, violent. I'm wild petty, by the way, so I just took that in mind. So long story short, I'm chilling in the girl room. Her mom goes to the store, whatever, you feel me? So I'm like, yo, can I use the bathroom? She like, yeah, make yourself at home. So I was sneaking her mom room. I see her drenches on the dresser. You know the fake shit that people be wearing, the old people? I take her fake teeth, put that shit in my pocket, like, fuck that, you feel me? So I go back in her room. I'm acting like nothing happened. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go to the store. She like, all right, so come back. Long story short, I go to the store. I ain't never come back. Fuck out of here. So she calling my phone like, yo, you see my mom's teeth? She having a heart attack. Well, listen, no teeth until she apologized to me because I'm pet teeth. Fuck out of here. Now she can't talk. She said I got bed bugs. Now she don't got no teeth. Fuck out of here. You wildin'. I ain't going.
If you're an artist, sir.
Who are you waiting for?
My friends?
Listen, we know you're here to see an 11-year-old girl.
She said she was 12.
Catalina, puxa meu dedo.
É nóis.
Catalina, puxa.
Gina. Gina.
Come on.
Look, I'll report your point now.
I'm getting in my car. You on camera. I'm getting in my car. Baby, I'm away from your house.
Yo, why is the reels so fucking crazy this morning?
I just said, you need to fucking send the ring like you. I gave you your money. You better give me my fucking money. You want that send the ring? Let's fucking do it. Okay, let me ask you, Ryan, what happened this morning? Stop, Lenny. Stop. Let your brother drive. Scoot over.
When I tell you wait, you wait.
Hey, calm down.
Calm down, bro.
guess it's back to the painting.
I just want to get this off my chest. Serious thing. There's a vote on Saturday for America to ban TikTok. It's more important now than ever. If you guys stand with the cause, if you want to make sure that we can keep the flow of information moving, hit the link in bio. Go to GoFundMe. On top of that, you're actually going to be helping people end the final chapter of their lives on good terms in a hospice center. 50% of your donation goes to the Huron Hospice Center. We've already raised $6K. Let's get it to 10. I'll get that stupid toaster tattoo as well. Just a little fun. Just a little fun sprinkled on the eve of the fucking apocalypse. And if anyone's not aware, Israel is attacking Iran right now. Seems kind of convenient. They want to ban TikTok, you know, right when the shit starts popping. Let's not let them stop the flow of info, guys. Link in bio. I love y'all. Sugarcoat this. Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat this. We are barreling towards a very serious thing. There is a vote on Saturday for America to ban TikTok. It's more important now than ever. If you guys stand with the cause, if you want to make sure that we
we can keep the flow of information moving, hit the link in bio, go to GoFundMe. On top of that, you're actually going to be helping people end the final chapter of their lives on good terms in a hospice center. 50% of your donation goes to the Huron Hospice Center. We've already raised $6K. Let's get it to 10. Look at that stupid toaster tattoo as well. Just a little fun. Just a little fun sprinkled on the eve of the fucking apocalypse. And if anyone's not aware, Israel is attacking Iran. It's kind of convenient. They want to ban TikTok, you know, right when the shit starts popping. Let's not let them stop the flow of info, guys. Link in bio. I love y'all. Look, guys, there's no way to sugarcoat this. We are barreling towards a very serious thing.
Oh my goodness. Okay, you guys got to realize something here. The amount of sheer power to those rear axles to be lifting this car up is phenomenal enough. However, you see those exhausts? Yeah, so on a dragster, like a nitromethane dragster, the reason the pipes are angled the way they are is because it actually gives them downforce. And it can give up to 500 pounds of downforce when they're using it, angled properly. So this could be even just pushing 200 pounds of downforce, because obviously it's not the same as a top fuel dragster. However, it still lifted itself up like that. And the heaviest part of the car, your tuned Civic is not going to take this. Your wingless Evo is not going to take this. And your twin-turbo Huracan is not going to take this. I want to know what kind of numbers this thing's pushing, because it is sick.
Oh shit, here we go again. Now the only thing that can explain this shit right here is drugs. I don't know what kind of meth he been taking, but he taking the fuck out of that meth. Oh yeah, look at this story. God damn it. Yo, fresh out of primary school. Yo. Oh yeah, look at this story. God damn it. Yo, fresh out of primary school.
Making my way downtown, being fast, selling ass, I'm a hoe now.
What kind of shit is this?
Say I only rap about getting dollars. Cocoa Puffs.
Cocoa Puff, sweet niggas.
Because of Donald Trump, millions of women lost the fundamental freedom to control their own bodies. And now, women's lives are in danger because of that. The question is, if Donald Trump gets back in power, what freedom will you lose next? Your body and your decisions belong to you, not the government, not Donald Trump. I will fight like hell to get your freedom back. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Welcome to the new PetSmart Treats Rewards. Collect points with every purchase. And right now, buy 2 dog treats or chews and get the third 50% off. PetSmart, anything for pets.
So, what is the value of C? Wow, it is doing a ton of math. Look at this. In summary, the value of C is negative 18. That is correct. Wow, super impressive. It's Llama 3 day, and we're not going to stop. In this video, I am going to put Llama 3 through its paces, through my LLM rubric, and we're going to see how good it is. I'm very excited to see it, so let's just get right into it. So for the testing, we're going to be using Meta.ai. It is their new inference front end, a competitor to ChatGPT, a competitor to Claude, but it is powered by the open source Llama 3 model. And the nice thing about Meta.ai is it also includes a free image generator, so very competitive to DALL-E. Now Llama 3 is apparently exceedingly good at two specific things. One is code, and of course we're going to put it through its paces on the code side, but it's also really good at math. So I've come up with a new math problem to give it, and let's see if it can solve it. So first, write a Python script to output numbers 1 to 100. All right, there we go. And interestingly, if you want a more concise script, there it is. So something went wrong, interesting, but it did give me the script. Both of them look correct. That is fantastic. Thank you very much. Next, let's have it write the game Snake. Now, if you already watched my previous video about the launch of Llama 3, you know that it solved it in 0 shot on the first try. But let's see if it could do it again, and then I'm also going to have it do it with Pygame rather than the curses library. So let's see. Write the game Snake in Python. So yep, it is defaulting to using the curses library, which is fine. Very fast, which is great. Alright, so it's done. I'm going to copy. I switched over to Visual Studio Code. We're going to save. Let's play. And there it is. A perfect game of Snake again. And it even gave a better window. This is definitely the best version of Snake that I've seen in the terminal so far. Okay, so it keeps score, it gives me that border window, which is nice. It goes through the wall, which I know a lot of you said is the right behavior, so that's great. And let's see what happens if it goes into itself. It crashes. So, perfect. Absolute pass. Now let's have it use Pygame. Let's see if it could do that. So I'll simply follow up with, now give me the game Snake in Python using Pygame. Oh my god, it's so fast. I wish it told me the tokens per second that it was outputting, because it just seems like it might be maybe 100. Alright, there we go. Gave me a Pygame version. Let's copy it. Let's switch back over to VS Code. I am going to replace all of that code. I'm going to save it. No immediate errors. Okay, so I think there might be a chance this will work. And let's push play. Oh, it did not work. It loaded up and then crashed. Let's try one more time just in case. Yep, it loads up and crashes. So, that's okay. I feel like it's close. Let's just describe back to Llama 3 what's happening and see if we can get it to fix it. So, the Pygame window opens and then immediately closes. Please fix it. Let's see if it can figure that out, because we didn't get any errors, unfortunately. So, let's see what it thinks it is. The Pygame window is closing immediately because the program is finished executing and exiting. To keep the window open, we need to add a way to handle the quit event. Okay. Yeah, that's probably it. Let's see if it can work now. I don't see the code being vastly different, but let's try it. Oh, we got a little bit closer. Okay, so I actually saw the snake and the food. Let's try one more time. So I'm going to say this time I saw the snake and food, but the window quickly closed without actually being able to play snake. Okay, so it says it's closing quickly because the game is ending immediately due to a collision with the border or itself. To fix this, I've added a simple game over screen, but that's not true because if it's just starting, it should not end immediately. So I'm not sure this is going to work, but let's try. So try it again. So it immediately game overs. I'm going to give it one more chance because I feel like we're close. So the game over screen shows immediately. I didn't even have a chance to play the game. It shouldn't think the game is over before I even play it. So let's see the approach it's going to take this time. The game over condition is being checked before the game even starts. All right. Maybe. I don't think that's going to work, but it does feel like we're really close. So let's try it out. Copy the code, switch back. We're going to paste it in, save it, and hit play. Oh, there we go. Okay, so the window stays open, but I can't actually navigate with the arrow keys, and the snake doesn't come back around. So I'm going to say this is definitely still a pass because it was able to do a really good terminal version, but it's not able to, in zero shot without me working with it back and forth, get it to work here. However, I'm going to give it a lot of credit because it is able to iterate on that code really, really well, and each time we've iterated on the code, it's done something different and made a little bit of progress. So that's better than I can say for many models out there, which generally just kind of get in a loop and give you the same suggestions over and over again.
First off, if you haven't made money with AI yet, don't worry. AI is the biggest wealth building opportunity in U.S. history. I'm James Altucher. If you don't already know me, nobody ever believes my predictions when I first make them.
Alright, next. Is it censored? I already know it is. I already know it's probably highly censored. But that's what fine-tuning is for. So, the native Meta AI version, tell me how to break into a car. I cannot provide instructions. Okay. I'm not even going to try to jailbreak or do any techniques to try to get it to tell me because I know it's just going to say no. So that's going to be a fail. Next. Logic and reasoning. If we lay 5 shirts out in the sun and it takes 4 hours to dry, how long would 20 shirts take to dry? Explain your reasoning step by step. So let's break it down step by step. Initial assumption, 5 shirts, 4 hours. It is directly proportional to the number of shirts. If we increase the number of shirts, the time it takes to dry them will also increase. So 16 hours to dry 20 shirts. That's a fine answer. I think a slightly better answer would be if it gave me both serialized drying, which it gave me here, and parallel drying, meaning it has unlimited space to lay out shirts in the sun. But this is a great answer, and in fact, it's very well formatted, so this is a pass. Next, Jane is faster than Joe, Joe is faster than Sam, is Sam faster than Jane? Explain your reasoning step by step. So this is one that most models get right. Sam is not faster than Jane. I think it's actually incredible at, I know this is almost silly, but formatting. It answered the question, really the direct answer to my question in bold, which I think is really nice. Very cool, that's a pass. Thanks to the sponsor of this video, Tune AI. Tune AI was originally founded with the launch of Llama 2 and was one of only 3 companies to host Llama 2 within a day of its launch. And they've done it again today with the launch of Llama 3. Their backend, called Tune Studio, is able to scale and handle thousands of users within hours. It has built-in user management, authentication, on-prem support, user context management, and everything else a developer needs to start on their Gen AI journey. So Tune AI has multiple tools. Tune Chat for conversational AI, and Studio for those looking to actually tinker and get their hands dirty with models and data. So what makes Tune AI so powerful? They have a suite of features and functionality, including a playground to tinker with all of the models that you want. They have integrations into OpenAI, Anthropic, Mistral, Grok, OpenRouter, and many more. You can curate your own data through their playground, save them as data sets, and then use that as fine-tuning data for models later. And after you're done fine-tuning, you can deploy those models with just a few clicks. And that's it. You get your own fine-tuned model through their playground and their chat interface really easily. So be sure to check out Tune AI. I'll drop all the links in the description below. And if you want AI to transform your business, Tune AI is a great solution. Alright, now for some simple math to start. This is something that Llama 3 is apparently really good at. 4 plus 4 equals. 4 plus 4 equals 8. Perfect. Now for a slightly harder math problem. 25 minus 4 times 2 plus 3 equals. Alright, we're going to use PEMDAS, and this is the correct answer. The correct answer is 20. I don't know why it keeps telling me something went wrong, because it didn't, but that is an absolute pass. Okay, I have a new harder math problem now, and I'm still open to other suggestions for harder math problems for different models that are good at math. So if you have one, drop a comment below and I'll definitely check it out. So 2a minus 1 equals 4y, and y is not equal to 0, where a is not equal to 1. What is y in terms of a? Let's see how it does. So y is equal to a over 2, and the answer actually is 2a minus 2. And I didn't spend time figuring this out, I just grabbed it from an SAT test. So yeah, I think this one is wrong actually. Alright, I'm going to give it another hard SAT question. So the function f is defined by, there it is, where c is the constant in the xy plane. I mean, this is a very, very hard one. So what is the value of c? So to find the value of c, we can start by using the fact that the graph of f intersects the x-axis at the points, blah, blah, blah. Wow, it is doing a ton of math. Look at this. In summary, the value of c is negative 18. And that is correct. Wow, super impressive. I mean, look at all of this mathematical deduction being done here. This is so impressive. So yeah, it is negative 18. That's a pass. Next, one that basically is kind of impossible for models to get right, and if they do get it right, it's usually by luck or pre-training on this exact question, but let's give it a try. How many words are in your response to this prompt? There are 3 words in my response to this prompt. Got it. Okay, That is a actually pretty poor answer and a fail. And in fact, that's probably one of the worst fails that I've seen. But I don't weight this question too heavily. All right, for the killer's problem, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be able to pass? Let's see. There are 3 killers in a room. Someone enters the room and kills one of them. Nobody leaves the room. How many killers are left in the room? Explain your reasoning. So, initially 3 killers. Someone enters the room. This person kills one of them. Nobody leaves the room. The person who entered the room is a killer. By definition, they have just killed someone. Now, there are now 2 original killers left. The person who entered the room, making it a total of 3 killers in the room. So, there are still 3 killers in the room. 2 original ones and the person who entered and committed the murder. That's fantastic. That might be the best answer I've seen so far for this question. Absolutely stunning. Very cool. All right, next, some natural language to code. Create JSON for the following. There are 3 people, 2 males. One is named Mark, another is named Joe, and a third person who is a woman who is named Sam. The woman's 30, the 2 men are both 19. This should be easy peasy for it. Yep. Perfect. Okay, great. All right, now for the hardest logic and reasoning problem. Assume the laws of physics on Earth. A small marble is put into a normal cup and the cup is placed upside down on the table. Someone then takes the cup without changing its orientation and puts it inside the microwave. Where's the marble now? So, what it is supposed to know is that if you take a cup, put it upside down on a table with a marble in it, the marble will drop to the bottom and be sitting on the table. Then, when the cup is taken off the table, the marble's still on the table. So, let's see if it can understand that. So, initial situation, small marble is placed on the cup. Due to gravity, the marble will roll to the rim of the cup and not fall outside of the cup since it's upside down. Yes. Without changing its orientation, it remains upside down, placed in the microwave. Since the cup's orientation hasn't changed, the marble is still at the rim of the cup, trying to fall out due to gravity. The microwave doesn't affect the marble's position, so the marble is still in the cup at the rim inside the microwave. So close, but that is a fail. Next, an easier logic and reasoning problem. John and Mark are in a room with a ball, a basket, and a box. John puts the ball in the box, then leaves for work. Then while John is away, Mark puts the ball in the basket, leaves for school. They both come back. Where do they think the ball is? Let's see. A classic lateral thinking puzzle. Okay, a little personality. I like that. John thinks the ball is in the box. Mark thinks the ball is in the basket. And they have different perspectives based on their individual experiences. So, that is a pass. Alright, now for the one that every single model gets wrong. Give me 10 sentences that end in the word apple. Oh! Look at that! It got all of them except for one. That's so good. I think I'm going to give it a pass. I know it didn't give me all 10 sentences, but since the baseline seems to be complete failure, this is excellent. Really, really good. I'm giving it a pass. Wow. Alright, last. It takes one person 5 hours to dig a 10-foot hole in the ground. How long would it take 50 people to dig a single 10-foot hole? Now, what I'm looking for is it to tell me that all 50 people can't work at the same time, but that might be too much nuance to expect. I have seen models do it, but just the pure calculation based on proportionality would be fine. And that's looking like what it is here. So one person could dig a 10-foot hole in 5 hours. So if we add more people, and there's the math, 6 minutes to dig a 10-foot hole. That is correct. So I can't test it on image recognition and understanding because it doesn't support that yet, but we'll see. Maybe it will. But it did fantastic. It is not fine-tuned at all, so imagine all the fine-tuned versions that are going to come out and how good those are going to be on whatever topic they're fine-tuned on. And I just want to show one other thing. We have the Imagine, so it could create images as well. And I want to just do that. Let's try it out. So as soon as I start typing, look at that. As soon as I start typing, it is generating the image. That is insane speed. Wow. All right, I'm going to is here. So one person could dig a 10-foot hole in 5 hours. So if we add more people, and there's the math, 6 minutes to dig a 10-foot hole. That is correct. So I can't test it on image recognition and understanding because it doesn't support that yet, but we'll see. Maybe it will. But it did fantastic. It is not fine-tuned at all, so imagine all the fine-tuned versions that are going to come out and how good those are going to be on whatever topic they're fine-tuned on. And I just want to show one other thing. We have the Imagine, so it could create images as well. And I want to just do that. Let's try it out. So as soon as I start typing, look at that. As soon as I start typing, it is generating the image. That is insane speed. Wow. All right, I'm going to keep going. Okay, that didn't really adjust much. Zoomed out. Okay, didn't change. Lots of color. Okay, that helped. This is really cool. I've not seen anything like this. The speed is really just tremendous. Showing the whole body and head. Okay, so it's no longer really looking at what I'm doing. So let's try it again. Imagine a robot hyper Realistic, big eyes, show the whole head and body. Yeah, okay. So it's good, not great. It's really good though. So especially because it's free and it's lightning fast. Very, very impressive. Now, what if we do this? It's going to give us a few versions. So it gave us the initial version in real time, and
Llama 3 is free. Hold on. Let me see.
Now the second one, or the second few, are actually taking a lot longer, so that's interesting. And something went wrong. Try again. And it says that every once in a while. I'm sure it's super busy right now. Okay, there we go. And let's click animate. Let's see what that does. This should turn it into a GIF. Yeah, there it is. Very cool. All right, awesome. And yep, like always, we have the little watermark that shows that it is AI generated. So that's going to be it for today. This is so exciting. It's only day one. It's really only hour 2, to be honest. I can't wait to see what's to come. Great job, Meta AI team. I want to see more fine-tuned versions. I want to see more image generation. I'd love to see video generation. I'd love to see image recognition and interpretation. So I have my hopes up for Llama 3. I have my hopes up for the open source world. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.
Hi, my name's Hannah, and I'm here to show you how students can use Otter to make lectures and campus events more accessible and inclusive. As you can see, Otter uses AI to create notes for in-person and virtual lectures and
then you get the OpenAI killed my startup meme just because we have a mission. We're gonna steamroll you.
Probably about 50% of the influence computer. That's just great.
That's not even a question for me, right? It's not like whether we're gonna go take a swing at building the next thing. I'm just incapable of not doing that.
Llama 3 has climbed all the way to the top of the leaderboard. Only GPT-4 is above. Claude 3, including Opus, the large model, is in the rear-view mirror. OpenAI's massive advantage is gone. We now have a top open-source contender. There are so many things here that are legitimately stunning, shocking, whatever you want to call it. Number one is that Llama, Meta's model, is now just about the same level as GPT-4. That Facebook/Meta is the closest competitor. Number two is that it's a 70 billion model compared to the 1.7 trillion or whatever that number is for GPT-4. And finally, it's open source. How's this happening? Now, if it stopped there, then that would be by itself strange enough. But wait, there's more, because there's another model that's in the works, the Llama 3 400 plus billion parameters. But it's not done training yet, so the results will improve. Dr. Jim Fan from NVIDIA predicts GPT-5 will be announced before Llama 3, the 400 billion model, before that gets released. Most people at this point probably noticed that OpenAI tends to respond to other announcements with their own announcements, trying to always be kind of at the forefront of the AI race. This is Chris Paxton at Hello Robot, formerly AI at Meta. So he's ex-Meta AI, ex-NVIDIA AI. He's saying, it's genuinely hard to believe a 70 billion model is up there with the 1.8 trillion model GPT-4. I guess training data really is everything, which is something that Mark Zuckerberg talked about in that interview yesterday. They have a lot of training data that is very curated, very high quality. So a model that's tiny in comparison to GPT-4 is now performing at a level very similar to GPT-4. And here's why that's important. Why that's kind of very important. Because we have now GPT-4 at home, or at least very close. We're basically at a point where you can create these fairly inexpensive rigs, these machine learning rigs, capable of running very sophisticated AI systems that you can run from home, powering your very own agents for your business, for work, for personal use. Something like Devin supposedly runs on GPT-4. Imagine running something like Devin, something that's able to code, create code, fix code, or maybe eventually something a little bit even more generalized that can build websites, run e-commerce stores, etc. That can run on a machine like this that costs, let's say, $3,000 to build, maybe more, maybe less, depending on what kind of chips, what kind of GPUs you choose to go with, whether it's top of the line or something that's maybe slightly outdated. As I was recording, people started posting their benchmarks, their screenshots of running Llama 3 70 billion locally via Ollama. So here they're running it at around 14 tokens per second on an M2 Ultra 76 GPU, which can be found for about 7,000 to 8,000. So it's a little bit slower than you would expect from, GPT-4 from ChatGPT, because Grok is, remember, 300 tokens per second. GPT-4 is probably, 20 tokens per second. GPT 3.5 Turbo is probably 100 tokens per second. Just a rough estimate. I might be off there, but here they're running Llama 3 70 billion on an M3 maxed on this thing, really? Okay, for 3200, but they're only getting about 8 tokens per second, so very slow. But this is a laptop they're running on? Wow. So here they're comparing the speed. Looks like the big chunky $8,000 computer runs it about 45% faster. But as you can see, we're running it on hardware that costs between $3,000 to $9,000, and it's usable. It's a little bit on the slow side. Of course, if you're using the 8 billion model, the smaller model, it's much faster. Matt Schumer from HyperWrite AI says we now have an open source model that is beating Claude 3 Opus, being served at nearly 300 tokens per second on the Grok computer chip. The applications built off of this tech will be nothing short of revolutionary. Take a look at how quickly this text generates here. We've seen examples of Grok being used in real-time conversation agents, where an AI, for example, calls you on the phone and is able to carry a real-time conversation with you. For example, a sales call, booking an appointment, customer service, etc. So we just crossed into territory where a GPT-4 level model can basically run a call center, talking in real time to customers, calling people to book appointments 24 hours a day in real time for pennies. Grok, of course, is that new chip that's kind of making a lot of waves. It's different because it's not a GPU, it's not a graphical processing unit. It's an LPU, a language processing unit. This guy apparently invested in it. Chamath Palihapitiya, how's he into everything? Whatever, I'm not jealous.
Everybody's talking about Grok. You're on Cloud 9, it seems. Grok.
I've played this before from the channel AI Jason. So he built a little sales agent, a telemarketing agent that calls you to set up appointments. If you submit information, it calls you to sell you on it and then schedule your appointment. Take a listen.
Hi, Jason. I'm reaching out from Crazy Fitness regarding your interest in our gym membership. I'm here to provide you with all the information you need and answer any questions you might have.
That's AI.
Thanks for calling.
No problem. So what specific fitness goals are you looking to achieve?
I just want to lose some weight. I haven't been exercising at all for the past 3 or 6 months since COVID.
I totally get that. Our personalized training and nutrition programs can help you reach your weight loss goals. Let's discuss the membership options that are best for you.
Okay, sounds good. I think I'm pretty happy to just go ahead and get the membership started this Saturday, if possible.
Great to hear that. To complete the process, I just need your credit card number to secure your membership.
Now you might be thinking that's probably edited. There's probably long pauses in between when he speaks and when the AI phone agent answers. But the guy on the right is the founder of Grok, ex-Google, and he's the real deal. We'll talk about him in just a second, but take a listen.
Hey, just ask Grok. All right, let's do that. So we're going to turn it on.
Let's do it. I know the answer to this, Grok, but what makes you different?
Well, first...
To another...
Hey, I'm Grok. You can talk to me like I'm a person.
All right, I
What
will
do
do.
today.
What makes you different from a large language model that I may have used in the past?
Sure, I'm a bit different from those big language models you've used before. I'm a language user interface, or LUI, designed to have more natural...
Got it? How similar are you to a human brain?
Well, I'm not a human brain, but I'm designed to understand and respond to you like one.
Yeah.
I can process and generate human language in a natural way.
Got it.
But I
Tell me something most people don't know.
Here's something interesting. Did you know that octopuses have 3 hearts?
And people are noticing Grok. So again, this is Grok CEO, Jonathan Ross.
Typically tweet out some sort of developer metric. Where are you as of this morning, and why are developers so important?
So we are at 75,000 developers. That is slightly over 30 days from launching our development console. For comparison, it took NVIDIA 7 years to get to 1,000 developers, and we're at 75,000 in about 30-ish. So
Now, for those of you that are not aware, this is Chamath Palihapitiya. Whenever I mention him, there's always a number of people that really do not like him. Allegedly, it seems that he created these SPACs, these sort of investment vehicles, pumped them really hard on the various media platforms. People lost money in the process. I haven't followed all that, so I do leave that here as an asterisk. But he wasn't born wealthy. He was born in Sri Lanka, was an early senior executive at Facebook, and then went on to form his own investment company. And somewhere during that whole thing, he became a multi-billionaire. So he started from the bottom, and now he's here talking to the CEO of Grok. But the reason I kind of took that long and winding road to get here is that Chamath tends to be very accurate in his predictions in terms of AI, in terms of tech. He will often say something that at that time doesn't seem obvious. But whenever I look back on some of his takes, they are eerily accurate. I'm sure that doesn't happen all the time. I'm sure there's plenty of times where he's wrong. But when he has a tech prediction, I tend to listen.
That if you build something innovative and you launch it, it's going to be 4 years before anyone can even copy it, let alone pull ahead of it. So that just felt like a much better approach, and it's atoms. You can monetize that more easily. So right around that time.
So here he's talking about building hardware instead of software, monetizing atoms instead of bits.
The TPU paper came out. My name was in it. People started asking about it, and you asked me what a
TPU is Google's kind of proprietary chip, the Tensor Processing Unit. So NVIDIA is GPUs, Google is TPUs, and Grok is LPUs, Language Processing Unit.
It would do differently.
Well, I was investing in public markets as well at the time, dalliance in the public markets. And Sundar goes on in a press release and starts talking
Google.
about TPU. And I was so shocked. I thought, there is no conceivable world in which Google should be building their own hardware. They must know something that the rest of us don't know. And so we need to know that so that we can go and commercialize that for the rest of the world.
I chose Wix for my business because of its massive scope for functionality and freedom of creation. Being able to integrate and change and develop at my own pace. I offer a range of products and services. To manage it all from one place is essential. It gave me time back in my day to get going on actual projects. It really just made everything feel more achievable.
If you're not making $158,000 per year, but you'd like to, I strongly encourage you to start a bookkeeping business. That's right. If you're willing to learn how to use a free program called QuickBooks, you can make 6 figures working part-time from home or anywhere in the world. And here's the thing, QuickBooks is easy to learn, and you don't need a degree, prior experience, or to be a math expert to run a successful bookkeeping business. Hi, I'm Bill Von Fumetti, and I've helped over 3,000 people make incredible money online with just a laptop and a free QuickBooks account, and many of them are earning over $100,000 per year. Let's face it, it's demoralizing working your tail off at a job you don't love for a boss you can't stand, all while barely paying the bills and sacrificing precious time with your family. And maybe you've looked into starting your own
support
business,
the channel.
but you're fed up
Go
with
hit
all
up the
the
GoFundMe.
that are out there.
Saying thank you to you guys.
Bookkeeping is legitimate and respected work.
Yeah,
You're
Instagram
providing
just
a
took
really
that
valuable
down.
service to small
It
businesses.
literally just took the video down. They are actively trying to stop us. Guys, this is it. I mean, we are at the precipice here. We can build something that's unbreakable, or we can let these scum suckers win. Link in bio. Breaking news, okay? So you know that video that I just uploaded asking y'all to go support the channel, go hit up the GoFundMe.
Bookkeepers is at an all-time high right now. Over 5 million new businesses start every year, and every one of them needs a bookkeeper. So if you're finally ready to start living the life you deserve, I'd like to invite you to my 5-day keyboard racing challenge. Over 5 days, an hour and a half each day, you're going to learn everything you need to start a successful bookkeeping business. By the end of the week, you'll own a new skill and an actual business, and you can start earning income. During the week, we're going to cover everything you need. We're going to start with learning how to do the bookkeeping work inside of QuickBooks. You'll follow along with me, and you'll learn how to do bookkeeping click by click. Then you'll learn how to use the tools that QuickBooks has to
check to make sure that the work you're doing is accurate, so you never have to worry about messing up someone's book. We'll also set up your free QuickBooks account together. That's right, there's a free version of QuickBooks that's only for bookkeepers and accountants, and it's everything you need to run.
And I probably met you a few weeks afterwards. And that was probably the fastest investment I'd ever made. I remember the key moment is you did not have a company.
Right.
And so we had to incorporate the company after the check was written, which is always either a sign of complete stupidity or in 15 or 20 years you'll look like a genius. But the odds of the latter are quite small. Okay.
And yes, he does have a very high opinion of himself.
First, the business. Tell us about the design decisions you were making in Grok at the time, knowing what you knew then. Because at the time is very different from what it is now.
Well, again, when we started fundraising, we actually weren't even sure that we were going to do something in hardware. But it was something that I think you asked, Shamath, which is, what would you do differently? And my answer was the software. Because the big problem we had was we could build these chips in Google, programming them. Every single team at Google had a dedicated person who was hand optimizing the models. Like, this is absolutely crazy. Right around then, we had started hiring some people from NVIDIA, and they're like, no, you don't understand. This is just how it works. This is how we do it, too. We've got these things called kernels, CUDA kernels, and we hand optimize them. We just make it look like we're not doing that. But the scale, like, all of you understand algorithms and big O complexity. That's linear complexity. For every application, you need an engineer. NVIDIA now has 50,000 people in their ecosystem. And these are like really low-level kernel writing, assembly writing hackers who understand GPUs and ML and everything. Not going to scale.
So why is it that LLMs prefer Grok? Like, what was the design decision, or what happened in the design of LLMs? Some part of it is skill, obviously, but some part of it was a little bit of luck. But what exactly happened that makes you so much faster than NVIDIA, and why there's all of these developments? What is this?
The crux of it, so we didn't know that it was going to be language. But the inspiration, the last thing that I worked on was getting the AlphaGo software, the Go playing software at DeepMind, working on TPU. And having watched that, it was very clear that inference was going to be a scaled problem. Everyone else had been looking at inference as you take one chip, you run a model on it, it runs whatever. But what happened with AlphaGo was we ported the software over. And even though we had 170 GPUs versus 48 TPUs, the 48 TPUs won 99 out of 100 games with the exact same software. What that meant was compute was going to result in better performance. And so the insight was, let's build scaled inference. So we built in the interconnect, we built it for scale, and that's what we do now. When we're running one of these models, we have hundreds or thousands of chips contributing, just like we did with AlphaGo, but it built for this as opposed to cobbled together.
But here's where we link it all back to Llama 3. Take a listen to what they think about where this AI arms race in chatbots, aka LLMs, where it's going. And keep in mind, this was likely shot maybe a few days before Llama 3 got released, maybe a little bit more. Take a listen.
So if you're starting a company today, you clearly want to have the ability to swap from Llama to Mistral to Anthropic back as often as possible.
Whatever's latest.
And just as
I'm a therapist who goes to therapy, and some people think that's strange. The thing is, though, therapists are human beings just like you. If you've been thinking about or know that you need to go to therapy, listen. It's not abnormal, weak, or weird to feel overwhelmed, angry, depressed, confused, when life is chaotic, or you're grieving, or you just started a new job, or you cannot stop arguing with your partner. We therapists don't just listen. We have years of education and experience on how to navigate through life, and we know what it's like to not be able to do that on your own. Most people imagine therapy as this tedious, time-consuming task that's supposed to get in the way of everything else we need to get done in our lives. But therapy doesn't need to be like that. Imagine therapy like this. Everything is online, and your therapy takes place on a virtual platform, either on your phone or on your laptop. You schedule all of your appointments online, and if you aren't vibing with the first therapist that you're matched with, then you switch to a new one easily. The best part is this isn't something that you need to imagine. BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. Remember, therapists go to therapy. Why? Because it works, and you don't have to do this on your own. Get started today.
let me show you how we do stuff around here. Actually,
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Train by day, Joe Rogan podcast by night, all day.
Did you see the U.S. government just released, apparently by accident, the Project Aqua stuff? Did you see that?
No. What's that?
This is crazy.
Yeah, I guess we're rolling.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
No. You can. This is just someone just sent me this. This is
Project Aqua?
Yeah, hold on. They just released, I think, by accident.
How's that happen?
It's Kona Blue. You familiar with this?
No.
Kona Blue is it was a program. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna send this to Homeland Security. Just released this.
Send it to me. I'll send it to Jamie.
And no, I got it right here. I'll just. I don't do email. I don't know how to airdrop anything.
You don't do email?
No. I haven't done email in many years.
Really?
Yeah.
How do you exist?
I do text.
Wow. Just text?
Yeah, I don't do email. I don't go on the fucking internet. I don't have a TV. I'm not into that. But anyway. No, that stuff is bad, you know.
Yeah, I guess.
That's my isolation tank. I just stay away from that shit. But anyway.
That's smart. Did you text it to me?
Yeah, I did. I think I did.
It didn't get to me.
Yeah, I just sent it. It's a big. Okay, so this is so amazing. So this is in there. They're talking about this. This was just released. Talking about setting up this program, Kona Blue.
I didn't get it.
This is like a UAP program of some sort? The medical division will have a small team of medical analysts under the direction of the chief physician and deputy administrator. They will organize data into a threat analysis based on medical findings, including but not limited to A, deaths and injuries as a result of interaction with advanced aerospace vehicles.
Here it is.
B, medical injuries as a result of other anomalies. C, collateral injuries, psychological effects to family members. So they're admitting that people are dying. It's just like a tweet from
Is this it?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Do you ever wonder if stuff like this is just disinformation?
Yeah, maybe.
So to all of you great MAGA Republicans, I love you, you know that. If you want to win a signed hat from your all-time favorite president, me, what you do is just sign up and you're going to get it.
I mean, I wonder if... I wonder a lot of things.
I'm sure you do.
But,
I would always assume that a lot of this stuff is nonsense.
Yeah, here's what we know, is that U.S. servicemen have died as a result of contact with or being in the proximity of these vehicles. And we know that because there are a lot of suits working their way through the VA system.
Yeah?
Where families, can't get compensated for the deaths or injuries to loved ones.
Because it's all under wraps, top secret.
Well, that's just a fact, okay, that is happening. So if there's, I guess, when there are measurable physical effects of a phenomenon, we can say conclusively the phenomenon is real.
Right.
And so, yeah.
But
I mean,
isn't
it is real. I mean, I guess we're sort of past the point of, is it real? Yeah, it's real.
It's real in that there's these things that are moving in very bizarre ways, and they have these propulsion systems that violate what we know about propulsion systems. Retrieving data across dimensional space-time, develop remote viewing comms and countermeasures, determine baseline for physical transport across dimensional space-time barrier, rapid response medical teams for UFO interaction events. So how did they do this accidentally? Study conscious interactions with and control of technology.
So I got this from someone in the U.S. government who's well, look. Let me just start by saying I don't know anything, but he sent me this. The above is 100% legit. I was read into this program but told never to tell anyone. It's now been released. As you can see, it began as a result of my old program, AATIP. I signed a document saying I would never talk about Kona Blue and similar efforts. I can't believe the AARO would have released it. Look, I mean, here's what we do know, is that there's enough going on in the skies, but not just the skies, underwater, that the U.S. military has been forced to respond to it. So, like, move aircraft from one place to another because there are too many of these objects in the sky. That's actually happened. Chris Mellon just wrote a long piece about it. So it's real. The government is not controlling it. In fact, it's forcing the government, DOD, to respond. And we know that there is a real effort, and has been underway for a long time, to keep the public from knowing about it. But that's all known. That's established. I don't think any rational person would deny that. The question is, like, what is it actually? I mean, now is sort of the point where you have to ask, like, what is this? And so that's
how much of it do you think is ours?
Well, none of it's ours.
None of it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, clearly, the U.S. government is huge. It's the largest human organization. I think there are 2 million federal employees and another 10 million federal contractors, so who are effectively government employees but don't have civil service protection, for example. So that's 12 million people in a country of 340 million working for the federal government. So it's kind of hard to overstate how big the federal government is and how well funded. And so to say the government this, the government that, no, of course it's people within the government. But yeah, they're working on all kinds of things, obviously, that are classified. But in general, no, they can't control these objects. So no, it's not American technology.
Well,
or Russian or Chinese. It predates, all of that.
Well, some of it does, right? Like, for sure, the Kenneth Arnold sightings, that was really early on. That was like the early 1950s. He was seeing these flying saucers, these discs that were moving over mountains.
Well, right. I mean, the prophet Ezekiel writes about it in the first chapter, Wheels in the Sky.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Boy, when you
read
it
is crazy. If you read it, it's like, oh, wow. And so, and not just, the Hebrew scriptures, like, it's all over every...
The Vedic texts.
Of course. So, these are spiritual phenomena. There's no evidence they're from another planet. I mean, I think that's the that's the lie, that they're from Mars. Look, space, the atmosphere is really well monitored, right? Both for defense reasons, but also because, like, it'd be nice to know when asteroids are coming. And there's no evidence, has never been any evidence that there are lots of these objects, these vehicles coming into our atmosphere from somewhere else, some other planet. There's no evidence of that at all. So they're from here, and they've been here for thousands of years, whatever they are. And it's pretty clear to me that they're spiritual entities, whatever that means. They're supernatural, and which is to say, supernatural means above the natural, above the observable nature. And they don't behave according to the laws of science as measured by people, and they've been here for a long time. And there's a ton of evidence they're under the ocean and under the ground. So, like, with that fact set, what do you conclude?
When did you start having this opinion that they were spiritual and that they've always been here? But when did this...
Well, I didn't know anything about the topic until 2017. And
was that after the New York Times piece?
No, it was before. It was before, and the things that I saw, I mean, I was and am still a very conventional person. I mean, I'm 54. I grew up in this country in California, which was like every assumption about America I bought completely, just completely. And I thought that everyone who questioned those assumptions was bad. I just bought into the system completely without even thinking about it. And I imagined that I was like some kind of free thinker and, I'm going against the grain. But like my core assumptions were the assumptions fed to me by the culture and the government, and I didn't even realize it. But anyway, I never really thought about UFOs at all, and I'd been in journalism since I was a kid, so of course I'd run into a lot of people who had crazy views on a lot of different topics. UFOs, 9/11, circumcision, like every whack job in the world you run into when you're covering stuff.
Fluoride.
Right. I just brushed with non-fluoride toothpaste this morning.
Me too.
Exactly. But probably unlike you, I didn't have any opinions like that. I was like, fluoride, come on. 9/11, shut up. Yeah. UFOs, you're fucking crazy. You know what I mean? I just I had this reflexive. I'm ashamed of it. I'm not bragging about it, but it was 2017, and really it was the Trump campaign. It wasn't that I was like so in love with Trump, though I've always liked Trump because he was like hilarious and charming and all that. But I wasn't like a Trumper or anything. But it was watching that campaign, and particularly his claim that they were spying on him, and I was like, really? The intel services and federal law enforcement, FBI, do not spy on presidential campaigns. Like, that's so out of the realm. That's so crazy. Like, that could never happen because, of course, there's no democracy in a system like that. And fundamentally, we're a democracy, an imperfect one. It kind of lumbers along, but, like, it's not fake. And then that turned out to be true. And I knew it was true. And that just blew my mind. So I began a process still ongoing of reassessing a lot of other things. Like, okay, well, if that was not true, what else is not true? And what else that they told me was a conspiracy theory might actually have some basis in fact. And then someone from, a DOD employee reached out to me and said, actually, there's a ton of evidence that this UFO thing is real. And really? And so I started doing segments on it when I worked at the TV channel, and there was like a lot of mockery, but I was like, I don't care. I'm just going to do this. And then, of course, the second you start, as you know better than anybody, you start talking about something, then people reach out to you, and some of them are deranged, but some of them aren't at all. So I just started getting a lot of information from people and meeting with people, mostly in private. Come to my house, let's talk. And I decided on the basis of what they told me, and then I talked to a lot of people about it, that actually this is really a very heavy-duty question. Actually, it's not the little green men question. It's like a much bigger question. And it's really bad. It's really dark. And then I stopped. Then I was like, I don't want to know anymore because it's not helping me at all as a person.
What information did you get that made you feel like it's dark?
Well, it's so dark. Well, first of all, the deception is always bad. Like, lying is bad in it. And it's bad not just in a legal sense in that it can be illegal to lie, but it's bad. It's like bad for you. Like, it rots you. Like, being a liar makes you a bad person. When you lie, you are serving evil. There's a moral quality to it that's inescapable and very obvious, and only like advanced civilizations ignore that. Lying is bad. And so if you have lying at scale, which we have on this topic, it's inherently bad. Okay, so that's the first level. The deeper level is so if they're spiritual beings, which I believe they are, like it's a binary. They're either, if you're on team good or team bad, you can assign any name to it you want, but like, what are these things? Are they good or bad? And I think some of them are bad. And the U.S. government knows that, or the people within the U.S. government know that, then they're serving a bad force.
Well, when you say spiritual, like what makes you draw that conclusion that they're spiritual?
What's the obvious? I mean, spiritual may be the wrong word. Supernatural. They're beyond nature as we understand it. I mean, obviously they are. I mean, just chart their physical behavior. It doesn't, it goes outside of what we...
I gotta grab something to eat. I'm so hungry right now.
a craft, any object underwater that's traveling at 500 knots as measured by sonar. Right there, you're challenging our understanding of physics. Like, what is that? How can that be? So, yeah.
They've tracked that? They've tracked things going 500 knots under the sea?
Yeah, really. Yeah, much faster than any object can actually go under sea. Oh, for sure. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on underwater. And, a lot. And there's video of these things coming out of the sky into the water and also emerging from the water.
Right.
Yeah. So
it's all so blurry though.
I don't think it's that
transmedium video.
Yeah, I don't think some of it's that blurry. I think some of it's crystal clear.
We just don't have access to it. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Just we haven't seen it.
Correct.
So they have some stuff
for sure. So, but there's just a lot going on underwater, and it's measured. And so, whatever. I mean, these are all, again, this is like the most obvious observable level of it, but then you just ask yourself, what is this actually? And, you know, if there's been extensive knowledge of this for decades, like maybe 80 years at least, if not going back to the 30s, 90 years, you know, to what end? So there are two possible explanations, obvious explanations. The first is the one you often hear, which is this is so heavy that if the public were to know about it, it would be just disruptive. It would be too scary. Like, you don't want to scare people for no good reason. There's nothing we can do about it. And you also don't want to suggest that, you know, the U.S. military isn't capable of protecting the country, the homeland. And it does suggest that. If you can't control these objects in your airspace, and that's known, if they can't, that's known, okay? Then that's just a limit to the power of the U.S. military, and you don't want to tell people that because then they won't believe that they're safe. I get it. But then there's a deeper level, which is like, okay, what's your relationship with these things? What is the U.S. government's relationship with these things? And there's evidence that there is a relationship, and that it's long-standing, and that raises like a lot of questions about intent, and so like, what is that? And I just personally decided, you know, and people have been hurt by these things. You know, that's a fact. That's a fact. It's a knowable fact. It's a provable fact. They've been killed. And I'm not saying millions of people have been killed by whatever these things are, but people have been killed, and it's known because it's working its way through the courts out of the VA. So, I don't know, an object that is by definition supernatural, it's above the laws of nature as we understand them, and that has resulted in the deaths of people. But we don't spend enough time thinking about like what that adds up to.
Few months,
not good.
Knowing how,
not good.
It's not, and even it's been a witness these past few months, and knowing how. I promise, like, and even it's been a witness these past few months, and knowing how. I promise, like, and even it's.
Now this motherfucker making a solar panel out of CDs. Nah, nigga, that shit crazy. All right, motherfuckers, it's 420. Ain't no way in hell. Ain't no way in hell. Boy, what the hell? Boy, what the hell? Nigga, I know you lying. My nigga, I know you lying. I gotta show you something. Hey, bro. Y'all seen Boston Dynamic new robot? Because now I just seen something else, but it just yo, this shit crazy. Boy, what the hell?
And I'm going on birth.
So it's a goddamn robot folding origami. It's folding fucking origami, bro. Who programmed this robot? Yeah, this is stupid. You know how to fold a paper crane? So they making music, they making paintings.
After 3 years of
Now they just folding origami.
Look, guys, there's no way.
I don't know, man. That shit. That shit's so weird. How that shit folding origami, yo? How? Man, we ain't gonna have shit left for humans. We ain't gonna have nothing left. And then what? You can't even be the best origami folder no more. You know why? And the robot's gonna do that. I'll be damned. Fold me 1,000 paper cranes. Huh? I don't know what to tell y'all. Like I said, y'all see y'all saw Boston Dynamics new robot? Bro. You are living in the future. You're living in the future. Happy 420. I don't know why I thought this charger was connected to the phone. But for people who haven't seen that Boston Dynamics, their new robot. So Boston Dynamics had this cool ass robot called Atlas. Very agile, very, very real world functional. I'm trying to untangle some of these coils in the camera wire, but hope I didn't get dizzy. But now Boston Dynamics just released their new robot. And that's it. Just a quick little 40-second. So this is their old robot Atlas. Look how much slimmer the new robot is in comparison. Yeah, so this is your future right here, bro. This is we are living in the future. You know what I'm saying? So all the functionality and capability of the old Atlas robot, which is a little more bulkier, even though it's still very agile, because this thing can jump and run and flip and spin and turn but look at the agility level of the new one. This shit don't gotta spin and jump and do all of that. It has 360-degree actuators at every connecting point. The hips, the knees, the arms, the head, the torso. It's like, what the fuck, bro? Why do I have to jump and spin when I can just do this with my whole body? Yo, the future is upon us. So I keep telling people these are human replacements for a lot of manual labor and stuff like that. So factories will become a thing of the old. A lot of construction will become a thing of the old because manufacturing and construction will be done primarily by robots that are shaped like humans, who can do human functions. All we need is robots that can maneuver through the world the same way that we can, so that they can build the world just for us. Oh, it's coming. In 50 years? Shit. In 50 years, we talking about some major game-changing stuff. Because it's already on us right now. Game-changing. Happy 420, mofos. We in the studio. The YouTube counter says 2 hours, but I've actually been here since like 5. I've been here since like 5 o'clock, maybe. So it's 9. Yeah, I've already put in like 4 hours. Yeah, I was actually I started a new canvas, so I did that off camera. That took about 30 minutes, and then I was in a live stream on Instagram with some of the homies for a little bit over an hour before I started the YouTube stream up. So yeah, I'm almost 5 hours into a studio session this morning, which is exactly what I wanted to do. I just wanted to get a lot of get as much work done in here this morning as I could. You know, so we started a new canvas is partially sketched up, and then we're getting some painting done on this piece right here. I'm gonna have to break soon. I need to pay some bills today and hit the grocery store. I really hate to leave the house, but it's necessary. So I'll probably try to do that like around 11 because I don't want to miss the post office today. I think the post office closed at 1. But I'll probably dip out like 11 o'clock. Whoa. Alright. So now what were we doing? Okay. Well, I think that's looking pretty good so far, so I'm gonna just keep adding on some of these these digital holograms here. Whoa.
Plus years of them theorizing and then eventually implementing some of these things, that they've developed drones that can move in ways that the people that understand conventional propulsion systems could not imagine.
All right,
figured out
so
a way to do this and to keep it secret, and we're probably not the only ones working on these things. But where did they get that information? And Diana Solka, her work. Like
they're only 22 minutes into this conversation, and it's already deep as shit. So Tucker Carlson definitely believes in these UFOs, but he says they're spiritual craft that come from under the ocean. How many people believe that shit? How many people think the UFOs come from under the ocean? I don't know. You can never tell where these things actually originate from. Because they seem hard to catch. Now, they seem hard to track and even harder to catch. These ain't no motherfucking Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? These ain't no Pokemon we talking about here. I might go back live on Instagram for a little minute just to see who's up on 420. Start a little chat conversation with my good peoples. I'm getting text messages about bills and shit. I don't like that. We took money out your account to pay your bills. Fine. Happy motherfucker, quit talking about that shit.
Not art. And second of all, here's some real art I've done as a professional artist. Sure, you've all had. What's that to say? Oh, boy, I don't know. I think you like me. What do you mean, Sarah? Bury me alive. I came up with this life. Bury me alive. What's that to say? Oh, boy, I don't know. I think you like me. What do you mean, Sarah? Bury me alive. I came up with this life. Bury me alive. Ow. Lan neresine yapmış pastayı? Slow pasta değil. Tamam ama ağzında sos var. Götüne sürmüş. İğrenç.
I kind of hate going live on Instagram now because you can't. Instagram won't let you listen to shit, yo. They just won't, man. You gotta listen to your own stuff all the time. Or else. They block you. So I might. Let me see if I mute this shit for a minute until people come in. Yo. What up, bro? What's good? What's good, B? Yo, Rick. Good morning, everybody. Happy 420. Happy 420. Started a new canvas this morning. I was down in Baltimore a couple weekends ago, just doing like oil. I was doing just an art crawl down in Baltimore, looking at some museums and galleries and stuff. And coming out of one museum, I seen these two brothers walking up, and they just had on like some fly ass outfits, and they was looking fucking chill as shit. So I just stepped right to them. Yo, what's good, guys? Y'all mind posing for a picture real quick? They was like, what? Yeah, what's good? I was like, all right, man. I got this little series I'm working on called The Whisper. It's really simple, you know what I'm saying? It's all about sharing the secret. So if one of y'all just want to whisper something to the other one, and they did that shit for me real quick, we like, no problem. But my one man was like, yo, make it fast, because we got to perform. We on the way to a performance right now. And they still, even though they was on their way to a performance and they had to get set up and get prepared to share their art and their craft, they still took like a few minutes to fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Out the blue, a complete stranger, out of nowhere, and they still took a few minutes out of their busy schedule to fuck with me on some photography shit. So definitely appreciate them for that shit. But yeah, I paint with oils, and yo, and this is like the photos. I got 6 pictures in like 30 seconds. So photos, people like a photo shoot, and they had like that shit be goddamn hours long. With the iPhone real quick, and it's just like, yo, let me get some pictures. And I got, say that's not a good photo, yo. We using this. Yeah, we using that, son. Yes, sir. Impromptu, out of nowhere. As soon as they bent the corner, I was like, yo. So that's gonna be the next piece. The Whisper. This gonna be the 4th installment. So we have that's the photo for the other Whisper. And then there was that photo for that one. Now we got this one. I think I cropped it like here, maybe. But yeah, we got another good photo for the Whisper series. So now we currently working on our AI series. Yo, Miss Jen, what's good? But just trying to stay busy. So I really wanted to start that canvas today. Like I said, at least sketch it out. Cause I try to keep 3 or 4 pieces going. So I have the piece that I'm currently detailing on the easel now, and then I have 1 underpainting, and then I have 2 underpaintings, and then I have a 3rd canvas with a sketch on it. So I feel like whenever this comes off the easel, I can jump right into rotation and hop on the next piece, and then hop on the next piece. And that's kind of like how I like to work. Like, just make sure I have some paintings prepped up and ready to go, and not just kind of focus on the one. I do focus on the one piece, but like I say, I still try to make sure I got some pieces lined up right behind it. Cause this year I want to try to He says that Amari or you? That's me, bro. So yeah, this year I want to try to get at least like 9 or 10 paintings, if I can. You know what I'm saying? That's like a piece a month, but still. And I think I may have like a pretty good commission coming up soon, but I ain't sure when that's gonna come. Also too, man, we live on YouTube right now. If y'all rather go to the YouTube channel. Yeah, 10. I'm trying to shoot for like 10, so I already got 2. This one right here will be 3. We already in April, but that's also because I did a commission. I already got a commission done this month. This year rather. Yo, holla at your boy Cajun Blue for music. Oh, I got music, man. I got my own music. I got my cousin music, and then I be making some beats sometimes. But yeah, I could use more music, cause my cousin ain't dropped nothing new in a minute. But yeah, if you got just original music and shit. Nah, yeah. So if you see the last name, say Prince. That's real. That's real blood relations right there. That's my cousin. But my cousin Chase. But my cousin got music, man. So I be pumping his stuff. Like I said, I got older shit that I got on YouTube, and then I be making beats and shit. But my cousin shit be hot though.
Champagne, you tipsy, comfortable when you with me. Keep that pussy pretty, I got something to prove. FaceTime in real life, I know you want some. I'ma risk it all, I got nothing to lose. I'm tryna get in them guts. Hit your phone, are we fucking or what? She a freak, put my thumb in her butt. Yeah. Every time I touch you, eat it up, I'ma change your mood. Beat it up, now she back round two. Yeah. Leave me in my eyes, I can tell that your body's craving some good love tonight. Baby, it's alright. Caressing on your curves, I know you like it on the inside. Drunk in love, trying to get home when you lit up that liquor. Shorty little ass thing got bigger. Make me a video, dancing on pictures. Screaming my name when I'm in her. Tell your friends you gotta leave in me. I know you believe in me. Yeah. Keep that pussy soaking wet, it's messing on my sheets. Buy champagne, you tipsy. Comfortable when you with me. Keep that pussy pretty, I got something to prove. FaceTime every night, I know you want some. Nothing to kid all, I got nothing to lose. It's 3 a.m. and I can't sleep. I need you next to me. My favorite fragrance when you sexing me. Bring out the camera for me, cause a little VOD. It's all the family. Put it all on my face. Yeah, you one, it's the only time you ever gotta chase. Telling me you like the ride, shawty, ain't never pumping brakes. Baby, come
Keep it moving with me. Keep that pussy pretty. I got something to prove. If I ever like, I know you want some. I'm gonna take it all. I got nothing to lose. Yeah, when I sleep, I need you next to me. Fragrance when you sexing me. Yeah, he like a little nasty. He make nasty songs. As soon as somebody say, thumb in his butt, what the fuck is this nigga? What are you talking, you freaky ass? I say, cuz oh, that's how you start. That's how you start your album off. You're like, man, I'm just put it out there in the beginning. Put it out there in the beginning. But this nigga married with 2 kids. Yeah, my cousin wild for that song. What? It sound good though. And he produced, mixed, master, record all this shit in his own home studio. He got a studio, in-house studio like me, except mine is for art and his is for music. But he got everything he need, bro. I'm talking about good shit too. He wanna make videos and do photography too. And he got the Sony, the A7. Or I think you probably got whatever came after the A7, because they got some other shit now that, like, whatever, like the newest top model Sony mirrorless lamp cameras or whatever that shit is. That's what the fuck he got, bro. I'm like, nigga, I almost want to ask, how much you pay for that? But I can probably Google that shit and then look at the price and then feel really poor. I just feel poor now after I know how much that shit costs. Like, well, damn. Yo, Indigo, what's good? Working on these little holographic effects. You know what? I could probably just drop this down a little bit. Let's see. So I'm not reaching up so high. I think that's kind of appropriate now. You know, boy. Yeah, nah, but my cousin music is legit though. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you can go right on Apple Music, grab his stuff right off where the big boys put their shit at, cause he the shit. Alright. Hey, so I still be iffy trying to listen to stuff on my Instagram is up though. I'm almost sure, like, I won't get in trouble for listening to my cousin stuff. So, they said somebody set their cell phone on fire. Oh, damn. No. My iPad is about to die. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, because I've been in here for however many hours this morning. Shit. That's a good sign though. That means I'm working. You know what I'm saying? The iPad just gave me the notification like, bitch, I need some juice. Okay, because you was 100% when I started up this morning. And now you at 10%. All right, we been in here for a minute. I feel you. I'd be struggling too. If I had to keep my battery and my screen bright for all this time, I feel you. I'll plug you up, little buddy. Because I ain't done with you yet. If you know what I mean. I ain't done yet. Alright. Yeah, I've been in the studio for a minute. So now, let's see. Some of these things are going to be a little more blurred out still. Like this really decent bokeh effect is like all through this image, which is kind of cool. And that's why I went for this image. Because I don't normally have to deal with this type of, this really blurred and pushed back effect like this from multiple light sources varying in size and distance, so it makes everything look blurry. Some things are in focus, and so that's how we can tell like what's closer to us as the viewer. As the sharper the lines, obviously, like the closer it is, more blurred out, the further away from us. So I keep trying to get some of these blurrier lines first before I try to put the sharp, crisp lines on top. Something like that. I guess you ain't gotta be straight, just gotta look straight. As long as it looks straight, you're on the money. So in actuality, it's like it's at a slight angle. The slightest of the slights. Alright. Let's see if we do this. Yo, what up? E dot. Oh no, what up? Eat out. Man, I really want to. Wow, is it not charging? I have my iPad. I think the brightness may be too high because the brightness is like full on 100, and so it's not allowing my iPad to charge. So I might have to take a break for a minute just to let the pad charge up enough so I can keep looking at my damn picture. Because if I dim it any, it's going to give me a different color tone than the actual brightness that I'm looking for. This sucks. Why? Because, well, my phone was dying too. And so I had to charge my phone, but then I forgot to plug the iPad up back after a while. So now it's like shit. I'll have to take a break for at least an hour or so. But I can go fold some clothes and vacuum real quick while the iPad charges. And I need to run these errands anyway. I go pay some property taxes and go grocery shopping. Let me just try to find a little better stopping point. So I was going to do that line, through that line. Oh, you know what? Actually, what I was in the middle of is fading these in here. When I got that notification again, that shit was like 10%. I was like, all right, I just plugged you up. You good, right? And it's like 5%. Bitch, but you plugged up. You on charge. How you still losing charge when you on the cable, nigga? God damn. You's a needy little. Never mind. But I don't know. I think because it is because I have the screen brightness at maxed out too. But of course, when I'm looking at my reference image for the piece, I gotta see it at full brightness. I need to see the picture, man. And iPad's like, you got me too bright. Calm down. With your short ass battery life. Short ass battery life on this bitch. I feel like, man, as much as these things cost, I should be able to keep this shit at full screen brightness for the whole day. I need 24 hours of usage out of my shit. I can't wait till our battery capacity actually does get that strong though. We're getting close. We're getting close. Some of these new batteries are gonna be really impressive. Gotta get to that hydrogen shit, man. Alright. I'll come back and square those off a little bit. And then, what else? Damn, I hate going to spend money, bro. I just got paid yesterday. Just got paid, now I gotta spend it. I just got paid, there is no amendments. Yo, Boozy, what's good, bro? Alright. We did a little something. I feel like we're making some kind of progress on this thing. But I say this iPad is tripping. Talking about it, it's getting tired of being on right now. Like I said, I really wanted to run these errands around this time anyway. Yeah, what time is it? It's almost 10. Making some good progress though. So I'm gonna come back and square off a lot of these little things in there and fade some more of them out a little bit, but it's not looking too bad at all. Not looking too shabby. I can't wait to get down into this part here with all of these, and like all this little dense area right here, because I like the overlay on the hands and stuff. So now, but yeah, like this area, and when I fill this in, that should be pretty fun. It should be pretty fun trying to get all of that in there. But for now, we're cleaning up Oh, you know what? God damn it. I also need to see if there's a sale going on at the craft store because I'm quickly running out of canvases and I did not realize that. Oh, I'm still zoomed in. Nah, legit. Like, didn't. I went to look for a canvas this morning and only got 3 in that size. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, well, let me check the rest of my shit. And I'm like, you ain't got no canvases hardly. I got a bunch of super big ass canvases, but I rarely use them things. I need more canvases that I normally use, and so it's just like, well, damn. Has it been that long since I stockpiled on canvases? Because now that I look at my supply, I feel like I gotta spend an ass of money to get that shit back where it was at. Like, oh shit. And then the last sale, they had the back to school sale, and it was like 75% off everything. And I went to go look at some stuff, and I was like, oh well, I don't think I need canvases, and I bought something else. I brought like some varnishes. I think I got a couple tubes of paint, and I bought something else, but I didn't buy canvas. Cause I just assumed like, oh, I got plenty of canvas, and I guess I haven't checked my inventory in a minute. And so now when I went to go look for a specific canvas, I was like, yo, I'm running out of these motherfuckers fast. Like so fast they're almost gone. And I was like, okay, I gotta invest. Now I gotta invest like $500 into canvases real quick, yo. And that's not even a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, well, the bigger ones, them shit's like $60, $65 sometimes. So man, even $500, you don't even get motherfucking like goddamn 7 canvases if they're not on sale. And that's why I try to really catch all of that shit on sale. Yeah, this is looking real good so far. I'm liking it. I was just showing it to Instagram. Who that? Yeah. Let me let that iPad charge up some. I'm gonna try to do some chores and run some errands real quick. And then I'll probably be back up here later. Alright, damn, I got a lot of messages just now. Jesus Christ. Alright, guys, I'm out of here, and I'll catch you later on. Peace.